Hi, how you doing? Adam Rafferty here with a little guitar lesson for you. I've got something that quite often when I'm just noodling on the guitar, looking for a little bit of inspiration, I tend to reach for this sort of cool little thing that I can do with a chord, and I find that song ideas and arrangement ideas spring out of this. So I'm going to show you what it is, and maybe you can use it in your own playing, get some inspiration, get some song ideas, or add this to an arrangement in a clever and beautiful way. Let's start with a two-note. Let's start with an A chord. I play this. I play this with my second, third, and fourth finger. My strings are kind of dead, so I'm kind of wiggling the neck in hopes of covering up how out of tune the state of the strings is right now. State of the strings is. Anyhow. So now let's lift the pinky off. Let's listen to the sound of that A chord. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this note of the A chord. This is the A, that's the root. I'm going to take this note, which is called the fifth of the chord, and I'm going to kind of leave everything in the chord, but I'm going to move that note up a fret, and then I'm going to move it up another fret, and then maybe back down. So I'm going to leave the chord and just move one of the voices up. It's kind of what you hear with James Bond when you hear that. It's the same idea, but we're going to listen to it against different chords. So now I'm going to change this chord shape. I'm going to grab that with my second finger, but and then if you can keep track of that, you can start messing with other melody notes. Whoops. Sorry. So you see, it starts to just bubble up some kind of cool and inspiring sounds. If I do it with an A major 7 chord, that's a chord where instead of all the notes in the second fret, I know it's a jazzy sounding name, don't let that alarm you. And now let's move, dissonant. Some of the sounds are going to be really usable. Others might be not your cup of tea. That's okay. That's for each one of us to decide. Let's check it out on a C chord. The fifth would be the open G string. And what if we did something C and then we lift off? That's a C major 7 with that. Then let's move it up. Kind of neat. Okay, let's look at it on a D chord. That would be the fifth. Okay. It can be especially effective if that little moving voice is buried within some thumb picking. It doesn't have to be a pretty ballad. It can be. Kind of sounds like Dear Prudence from the Beatles. Would this work on a G chord? I don't think I've ever tried it. I'm doing that on the D string. Same idea as the C chord. On an E chord, that might be so. Pretty cool. And the important thing is you can also do this on minor chords. And on A minor, that would be. So, as you see, you can take regular old chords that you already play, look for the note that's called the fifth. It's 5 letters away. Well, that's a whole other lesson, can of worms. But just copy some of the things that I did here on the lesson. You might find some inspiration. You might find that you, on a spot in a song that you already play, maybe you can snook that in and get some interesting harmonic action. Who knows? Maybe a new piece will burst out of your playing and you'll get some inspiration. So anyhow, hope you've enjoyed this. Thanks for listening, and God bless.